All right, everyone. So one of the key topics that we're doing a bunch of videos on this has been when WWE moves to Netflix, is anything going to change as it pertains to the content? Is it going to be a little edgy or whatever? So um, Jimmy Trina asked Roman Reigns about being interested in taking part in grittier WWE scenes. This is what he said. No, I honestly don't even think about that. That's something that has not even crossed my mind. Look, if we come up with the situation or someone's collaborating, like, hey, what do you think about this or that or this vision, then I would take it into suggestion and chew on it. But I don't ever sit there and think, like, man, how can I drop an F bomb or how can a cigar being in my hand make me look cooler? We're at the point where I could say the word yeet and it gets a crazy pop. I say I don't know to a question and gets people hanging on. So I don't see the point or the need at this point. But if we feel that need, then yes, I feel like I can make that happen too. So look, we've done a few videos on this now, but I thought what Roman Reigns says here, it shows exactly why he's, one of the top guys in the company. I just want to read this last point again. I say I don't know to a question, and it's got people hanging on. So I don't see the point or the need at this point. But if we feel that need, then yes, I feel like I can make that happen too. So why I think that was such a brilliant point is something we brought up in one of our prior videos. You can go check those out about Nick Khan and Triple H. You know what they've said about the how the content's going to be and if there's going to be a rating change and all that and a style change. But the point we made is the Attitude Era. First of all, you're not just going to be able to you're not just going to be able to recreate the Attitude Era just by making the content edgier. I think the Ruthless Aggression Era was also pretty good. That came after the Attitude Era, but the one of the downsides and one of the reasons WWE ended up even going PG was because even the edgy content started getting a little stale. Because at some point, when it was just we're going to be edgy for the sake of being edgy, it didn't work as well. And people were like, okay, I don't want this. That wasn't what made the people think what made the Attitude Era great is they just didn't have any rules and they were just saying whatever they could. No, it was just a good product. And there were moments they crossed the line, but most of the time they stayed in the line. And it was great because it was real and it was authentic and it was what fans wanted to see versus just trying to do crazy stuff for the sake of doing crazy stuff. And that's what happens, at the end of it. Once you start running out of ideas and I just don't think that this cast on the roster right now, these superstars, I just don't think that they need to do this. I don't think that that would fit in well with them. But the point he's making also is if you go back to the Attitude Era, previous to the Attitude Era, the reason the Attitude Era became a thing was because of how bad the product was previous. So it was a needed change because the product was bad. The product right now isn't bad. It doesn't need this significant overhaul. Now, I agree with people that say, we also don't want this thing to become, okay, it's going to be so advertiser friendly that it's like a G thing. Like there's no, it's like a G rated thing. It's like there's no swearing, there's no blood, there's no weapons, there's none of that stuff. Like, yeah, if that ended up happening, that would ruin the product. But I think where they're at now is kind of a happy medium. And there may be a day when the Attitude Era style content comes back. You never know. But you can't just recreate it. I think it was the best moment in wrestling history. I don't even think it's close. Even just I mean the fans get pretty crazy now, but you watch back, man, and it's like you had this company, you had Raw's War, and you just had the people all their signs, and everybody was going nuts, and then Stone Cold's music hits. Just was fantastic. But you can't just recreate it. And right now, the product is exciting. People are interested in it, and they're going to be able to take this product and get it to even a bigger audience on Netflix. So the idea that they should change it or we can be edgier now, so let's just do it for the sake of it. I don't think that's a good move. And this is why Roman Reigns is where he is in the business because he understands that. He admits in the thing, hey, if we end up needing that, if we need these grittier storylines and the storylines we're doing are not the audience doesn't like them, then we'll change it up and we can do that. So thank you all for watching and we'll see you next time.